Minecraft Bedrock Edition was given subtitles today, apart from Mojang forgot to add it. This was supposed to be the most recent accessibility setting they introduced, but I can confirm it's not available inside of here. I let the community managers know and they were like, oh, I'll let the team know. So we might see this pushed into a hotfix update. Doubtful. More than likely, this is going to be released next week. But the good news is, after 10 years and 1 month, we are finally getting subtitles on Minecraft Bedrock Edition. Today, we started a brand new cycle. This is the version 26.0.24. In case you're confused about the version, how have we jumped from 1.21 to 26.0.24? I did release a short video explaining this, but Minecraft's version system is going to be changing. This update will be released next year in 2026. So updates going forward are going to start with the year they were released in. And for those of you not familiar with subtitles, this is Minecraft Java. You can see on the bottom right, it says cat meows, villager mumbles, cow moos, footsteps, and it shows you the direction this is actually coming in. This is incredibly helpful for numerous reasons. Obviously, people who might be hard on hearing, but also for finding specific locations. If you're in a cave and you find, or you hear like zombies, you can find a dungeon's exact location. Why are you all crowded around me? You can find a specific location for the dungeon and stuff like that. So after a very long time, this is finally being introduced to Bedrock Edition. I don't know how they messed up so badly for such an exciting feature to forget to turn it on, but this is finally coming to Bedrock. So with this new preview cycle, there are things you are going to like and things you are not. They did say, note, this release will show up as version 26.0.24 on Windows devices. Features and bug fixes. Obviously, we do have the new version numbering system, which, as I've just told you, is going to be based on the year. There is also going to be a feedback link available on the changelog. I'll leave it down below. And the other one I just told you about, accessibility. They did not add subtitles to the game, but it is in fact coming. Moving on to blocks. Fixed the end gateway portal that teleported the player to the void area, and I put again. This and the pink glitch returns every few months. We have a bug report. I can't tell you the amount of times I have actually covered this bug on this YouTube channel because it's so many. Every time you went through the end gateway, there was a chance that you could kill yourself. Honestly, at this point, guys, just simply don't use these on Bedrock Edition. Grab your wings, grab your elytra, and just do it that way. There is just a chance this is going to send you straight to the void and get you killed. We'll watch this until it happens because they went through a couple of different ones. Okay, they got one more to go to here, right? Surely. Let's see. Final one, and dead. So, it doesn't always happen. It does happen randomly, but like I said, grab your wings and your elytra, cut this part of Minecraft Bedrock out. Next, we have creator changes. These are actually pretty useful. The developers said added command macro support, adds toggle to the creator settings screen, which when enabled adds 10 new key mappings to the keyboard and mouse controller settings screen, which each have a text input. For what command to run when the input is pressed. Commands can only be run while in game, or remappable keys are chords of Alt plus the chosen key. Added guard to prevent mapping a command macro key to Alt, as Alt is the chord key already. So if I'm correct, go inside of your settings, scroll down to creator, which by the way, if you don't have this on, make sure you do. You can actually enable command macros. Now, I've not had the pleasure of messing around with this just yet, but I know technical peeps are going to really enjoy this. So a very good change nonetheless. Now, once you do have this turned on, go to your keybinds and scroll down. The further you go down, we obviously have the command output. So you can assign specific keys to run specific commands. I'm guessing it means like /kill, /clear. And more advanced ones, of course. I don't mess around with commands too much. I know they're very basics, but I'm pretty sure some people out there, technical people, will be licking their lips at this one. Moving on to gameplay changes. Vindicators now correctly attacks all non-illager mobs when name tagged Johnny is applied. So if you have this and they're named Johnny, they will attack everything. Obviously, if you know where this reference is from, you know where it's from. But they will kill everything apart from any other kind of illager. So this obviously includes things like pillagers. They won't attack pillagers, but if I was to do / summon a cow, oh, it even kills the baby. You're a monster. General changes. The adventuring time achievement no longer unlocks after visiting fewer than 17 biomes on PC. We have a bug report. This has apparently been a reported issue since June of 2022. So apparently you could unlock a specific achievement / trophy without actually doing it the right way. It's now being fixed. Fixed an issue on Windows where the window reset to a smaller size on reopening, even when a single monitor had sufficient space. Graphical. We did get quite a few changes this week. Fixed a bug where screenshots taken with ray traced graphics mode selected did not render accurately. Fixed an issue where block height was not visible when the outline selection toggle was turned off in vibrant visuals. We do have a bug report. Fixed an issue where the graphics mode options were changing after game updates. Bug reports. Fixed water extinction being drawn over fog when the chunk behind it is missing in vibrant visuals. There is a bunch of changes, and these are going to continuously happen going forward because Bedrock Edition's vibrant visuals, in my opinion, released a little bit too early. Some of these bug reports don't actually have images for me to show you these issues. They're obviously just things that have been reported in the community. Some of them actually do have some images to obviously show the issues that are at hand. That also being said, we have snow golem heads don't dither when approached. Oh, okay. So some visual issues like this were actually happening. Some of them more simplistic, but they've been resolved. Changes with input. Fixed an issue where pressing the Alt key would cause the game to freeze display. We have a bug report. So if you pressed a certain key in one of the latest versions, it would completely freeze your game. Let's see. This person's reported so many issues, which is awesome to see, by the way. It definitely helps. So the game completely bugged. Froze the game. There you go. Oh, yeah, you've seen it there. It basically puts it into like a pause mode. By the looks of things, it's been fixed. The on-screen keyboard will now close when typing with a physical keyboard. We have a bug report, along with fixed not being able to type into a text box when hovered over. We have a bug report. So it looks like we have quite a few display-related bug reports this week. They are starting to iron them out. Hovering over text box with mouse cursor no longer allows typing. Tons of these issues again, have been reported. Most people won't encounter these. It's only if you're in typically the beta and preview, but they have been fixed. Fixed an issue on Windows where the camera would shift slightly after closing the pause menu, and that was the bug report I've just showed you. So I'm glad they fixed this. If you open up a certain thing, it would kind of jitter a little bit in a way. I can confirm, guys, finally, after like a month, the whole snapping issue has been resolved. I'm not having that issue in the latest betas and previews, which is huge news. Item changes. Spears now rotate in the same direction when charging in first and third person. So obviously, if you have it this way, it kind of starts to shake. This is going to be the exact same in first and third person. It's a lot more consistent now. Fixed an issue where adding items to a bundle in a chest would sometimes not save after leaving the game. We have a bug report. Now, this one was a problem because not only was it in betas and previews, it was also a problem in the latest versions. And apparently it's way over 1 year old. So finally, this has been resolved. There's obviously a lot of duping that's been going on in Bedrock Edition with bundles. They put a diamond inside of there. As you can see, it's definitely there. I believe they're now going to leave and rejoin, and it's disappeared. It's just completely gone. That's such an issue. Be careful with bundles until the next release. Piglin spawn egg and Piglin brute spawn egg are now correctly sorted in alphabetical order. So if you typed in Piglin, previously the brute was before this one. It's now in the correct order. Along with fixed an issue where the map marker was stuck when a locator map in an item frame was deleted. We have a bug report. Once again, another long time issue reported way over 1 year ago. A bunch of pictures basically showing the issue at hand. So you can see the marker there. They break it and take it out. As you can see, it stays bugged. It's now been fixed. Now, next on our list, we have mobs. And I've kind of categorized these because we have an insane amount of changes. Some of these you're going to like, some of them you are not. Wolf, Shadow, and Model are now centered. So this one was apparently fixed in the previous version, but I can confirm it was not fixed. Now the underneath is centered. That was an issue that they fixed but didn't fix. The baby variants of zombies, zombie villagers, drowned husks, now drop items when killed, and there is a bug report with this one. Baby polar bears now attack foxes. The baby squid variants of squid and glow squid no longer drop items when killed. Baby polar bears no longer become hostile towards the player. Fixed an issue where polar bears recalculated their path to the target twice as often during the stomp attack. So some of these issues have been around for quite some time. 2023 is how long the model's been offset. Baby drowned don't drop anything, apparently, when they are killed. That's going back to 5 years, is that? 23rd of July, 2020? Wow. Same with this one, long time issues. The polar bear cubs do not attack foxes. Apparently, they're just not interested in them. Reported in 2019. Polar bears become hostile. Again, very long time reports. The other mob changes, these ones are to do with the Nautilus. They've made the logic much better. They are now less likely to get stuck on block edges. There is a bunch of changes with these. This is not going to be released with the upcoming version unless they push it forward, which is quite strange. It always kind of baffles me that they do these issues but don't release it until the version after. Things like this should be pushed to the upcoming version, in my opinion. And then these are the final mob changes. One I absolutely despise inside of here. We'll get into that. They've also tweaked the chance of zombie riders spawning with copper armor to more closely match Java. They've done the same with the Husk Rider. Players and Baby Drown no longer float on Nautili when riding them. Also a couple of changes to how attachments work. And then they've also said baby horses, donkeys, and mules no longer gradually grow in size as they age, matching Java. This is not a bug. This was a Bedrock exclusive. So let me explain this. So we use this horse as an example. Now they basically go from the baby stage instantly to adults. There is no middle stage. Why is that a good change? Why do they continuously make these changes that nobody requests? That was a really cool feature on Bedrock Edition, where your mobs got gradually bigger. That's being removed. Also, drowned, skeleton, stray, bogged, and parched can no longer pick up spears. I kind of liked it when they did. Zombies that spawn riding zombie horses now have a loot table with an armor chance matching that of regular zombies. Just a couple of basic tweaks and things to match Java. But also, Baby Drowned can now spawn with tridents. I can't believe they didn't already. Interesting change with projectiles. Lingering and splash potions now deflect gassed fireballs and other deflectable projectiles on hit. We have a bug report. So there is actually a video with this. If you were to throw a projectile prior to this, it wouldn't deflect it. Now, if you do have a potion and you need to throw it for emergencies, not for yourself, but to deflect, it will actually work. So the likes of your splash and your lingering can be used to defend you. Realm changes, a couple of tweaks inside of here for those of you that do have realms. Fixed realm couldn't load error from occurring after joining a realm via invite. Fixed input legends for realms purchase reconciliation model. Fixed issue where narration was not always reading the description for the free up space pop-up dialogue when using a mouse. These are your final changes. They're related to the user interface. Canceling during transfer between server will no longer softlock players. Something about being able to change the world name without having to unlock the template, which is a good change. Ambient mob effects. The mob effects screen now have a blue outline, also bug reports, and then fixed various interactions not swinging the player's hand. Let's read the changelog with this. So as it does say, this is related to leash, bucketing, feeding specific mobs such as taming, aging, trusting, breeding, etc. All of these have now been resolved. It also says fixed a bug where the escape key would not open the game menu when on the death screen. And then we did get a lot of technical changes in this version. If you're interested in the tech side of Minecraft, the link, of course, is down below. So this is the first cycle for 2026. Hopefully next week we do have access to subtitles so I can show you it. I imagine features between now and next year will be very, very minimal. But yeah, I hope I've done a very good job in keeping you all updated throughout 2025. Have a wonderful day.